Welcome to today's tutorial. So today we'll be making a hip padding. So we'll be drafting and sewing. These are my skirts. I've already drafted my skirt. So this is my front skirt. It has a basque. That's why you are seeing it like that, as if it's a V or sort of. It's because of the basque. I've already cut out the basque. So the first thing I will do is, from that my waist measurement, I will go down by 2 inches. Then after going down by 2 inches, I will measure the length of where I want the hip padding to stop. Measuring it, you measure it from your waist. So after that, for the front, you come in from your side, come in by 4 inches. Then you connect it as I am doing so. Use your armhole ruler to connect it. Front has no issue. You just, from the waist, come down 2 inches. Then measure the length where you want the boot to stop, boot padding to stop. My own, I'm using 14.5 inches. You have to measure the person to know where your own stop. Now this is my back pattern. That's the zip side. So from the waist measurement, from the center back, I came down by 2 inches. After which I come down again by another 2 inches. Then from that 2 inches, the second 2 inches, I will go in by 3 inches. Mark your 3 inches. It depends. 3, 4, 3.5. It depends on the person you are making it for. So from this zip side now, I went in by 2 inches. Now I'm measuring the length of that my skirt. Length of my boot. So I'll connect. If you are connecting and your armhole is not giving you what you really want, because of the way this one is, you can use your free hand to connect it. So I've tried and I see that the curve is not giving me what I want. I went ahead to use my hand, free hand, to cut it, to draft it. Then, but this one is easy. I will now connect the last one. Trying to mark out my line so that it will be visible. So this is all about boot padding. Boot padding is not difficult at all. So the next thing I will mark again, I just want to mark the middle one. That middle one is just to enhance it more. You can as well, at this point, you can as well leave it like this. So, but I'm using a lighter foam. I don't want to use something big. I don't want it to be so obvious. So enhancing it more now will help it come out very well. So for this inner one, it depends on you. It doesn't have any measurements. It just depends on the size of the hip you are making. You will now use check on your own how deep or how you want to curve it. So but the next thing you will do now, match it to make sure that the inner one, the two inner ones, are matching together. Very, very important. You notice what I am doing here now. So after doing this now, I will connect it. So go ahead and connect it. If you notice, when I'm doing that upper part, I still use my free hand to curve it. So you see that everything is matching. We'll now bring in our fabric that we'll be using. Now pay attention very well. If you notice this skirt, you notice that it's a peg skirt, but I don't want it to be peg, so that it will be free on the person. The person can easily walk freely. This is not the lining that I'm using. I will be throwing this inside the dress, sewing it together with the lining, because I want it, if the clothes is not size or if there is any adjustment, I can easily do adjustment on my lining. So now I am marking it straight. What I have on my hip, that is what I use on the hemline. So I will now connect it. I've already added my allowance. I will now connect it. If you look at it, you see how straight I mark it, so that you can easily work. You know, this is short, so if you peg it, it won't give you that freedom to work. So now the next thing you do, make sure you notch where the hip and everything started. I went ahead to notch everything, so I don't want to come and start marking again. I will notch it. Notching will help you. Once you bring your pad, you put it there. So this is my front, that's my back side. I need to cut it so that I can be able to sew it. So this is the back. I went ahead to do the same thing, making it straight. If you look at it, you find out that I've already marked it straight again. So these are material that I'll be using. Now I'm cutting the hip padding, the boots that I've already drafted. So it's important you mark your up and down while you're doing it. Label everything. Make sure you label everything so that you don't have difficulty sewing it. For the back, you can easily know, even if you don't label, you can know it. But the front, make sure you label everything. Then go ahead and cut it out. So cutting this side, you're supposed to add allowance, but I mistakenly did not add allowance. So please don't be like me. Make sure you add allowance on that front side. So now what I did is to notch the side I will be joining, so that it will be easier for me while joining. With that notch, even if you don't write anything, you will always remember. You notice where I'm notching it upside. So once I see it, I see the notch, I will know that it's the upside. Then this is the hip side. It's also important you notch it, so that while sewing it on your dress, you can easily know where the hip is. But remember that we notch our fabric. So these are the small ones. After, we should trim the mouth so that it will lay flat. You see what I am doing? Just bend your hand and do it like this. Yes, just do as if you are doing a chamfer. Now look at it. Now I've finished trimming the mouth. It will help it to relax. Then after this, the next thing I'll do is to go and use a hairstay to cover it. I've already covered it here now. Use hairstay to cover. If you are not able to do the trimming, after covering it, now you sew a thread round the side so that it will help you to lay flat. But I've already done that. I don't need to go ahead sewing the thread again, the line again. So this is my hip padding. You see it. So go ahead and join that small one. This is what we have here now. We have already sewn our padding. The foam is not too thick. It's not even up to ½ inch. I use 0.375 inches. So this is the way I'm pressing it on the fabric. I've already gone ahead to sew the fabric, join the two sides, so that I can be able to add my hip. Look at it here now. After sewing, I sew it round. See what we have here. It has already given the clothes more volume. So as it is now, I will just carry it and throw it inside the lining. Look at how I will be doing it. I've already fixed zip, but if you are sewing your own, please don't fix zip. So I later lose that zip to join it very well, because you have to attach it with the lining. If you have watched to this point, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bell to be notified each time we upload a new video. So this is the result. Thanks for watching.